What's up, y'all? It's Alexiana. Welcome to the Lexi Show. Now, judging by the title of this video, we're going to be talking about a touchy subject. And we're going to be talking about religion and why me personally, this is me. We're going to be talking about religion and why I think it's a joke. Now, granted, it's an amendment right, freedom of religion. You got every right to believe in what you want to believe in. You got every right to practice what you want to practice. I'm not going to take that away from you. But the reason why I say it's a joke is because some people, some not all, some people use religion to justify their actions and to put down other people, and that's not right. Like I said, you got every right to believe in what you want to believe in. That's an amendment right. But like I said, I personally think it's a joke because some people use it to justify their actions and to put down other people, and that's not right. And let's not sit here and act that people that practice these so-called religions are not some of the biggest hypocrites ever. It's always the ones that are overzealous in their beliefs and whatnot that try to put down other people that are some of the biggest hypocrites ever. Tell me why an rapist gets a pass to the Holy Land. An adulterer gets the pass to the Holy Land. A fornicationer gets a pass to the Holy Land. A drug addict gets a pass to the Holy Land. An alcoholic gets a pass to the Holy Land. But a flamboyant gay male like myself, they get crucified. They get burned at the stake. And that's not right. If I'm so-called going to be burnt at the stake and stuff like that, or crucified and stuff like that for how I choose to live my life, what about them? They're doing some of the most god-awful stuff. They're doing some of the most god-awful stuff known to man. And yet they're safe, but I'm so-called sinning and I'm going to hell? Make it make sense. Baby, I'm out here just simply just living my best life, being myself. I don't do drugs. I don't cheat. I'm not a fornicationer and stuff like that. I'm not a rapist. I'm just, an average, everyday Joe just living his life, just being himself. But yet, motherfuckers like to claim, oh, you're sinning, you're going to hell, this, that, and the third. By the way, while I'm on a tangent, let me look up the definition of sin and let me insert it over here. Let me insert it on the screen. And before I do that, it's not like people that practice these so-called religions. It's not like the people that practice these so-called religions that are overzealous in their beliefs and stuff like that, that use religion to justify their actions and stuff like that, to put down other people. Let's not sit here and act like they are not some of the biggest hypocrites known to man, because they are. I'll read it here. It says, sin, an immoral act considered to be a transgression against divine law. And the second one says, an act regarded as a serious or regrettable fault, offense, or omission. Okay. Okay, it says, in the Bible, sin is defined primarily as transgression of the law, meaning any willful disobedience, rebellion, or violation of God's commands, will, and moral standards, encompassing actions, thoughts, words, or neglect of known duty. So pretty much, that is the definition of sin. And it's pretty much described like I had just read and stuff like that. Pretty much something that pretty much goes against what the creator believes and stuff like that. But I just want to sit here and say this. The creator that I've come to know is love. Regardless of what you choose to like, what you choose to identify as and stuff like that, my creator is love. Regardless of what you identify as, what your preference is, my creator is love regardless of anything. And let's not sit here and act, oh, you're not ready for this conversation. You are not ready for what I'm about to say, honey. Homosexuality has been going on since the beginning of time, even back in biblical times. Well, I bet you didn't know that. Well, I'm here to tell you. Homosexuality has been going on since the beginning of time, and a lot of people aren't ready for that. It's been going on since the beginning of time, back in biblical times, back in slavery times. It's been going on since forever. It just so happens to be widely accepted now, but it's been going on for a long time, even before it became widely accepted now. And it's like people of these so-called religions, no matter if you're Christian, Catholic, Muslim, or whatever, people of these so-called religions and stuff like that want to put down that, but yet, like I said, an RIPIST gets a pass, fornicationer, adulterer, all of them get a pass, but a person that is just openly living his life and not bothering no one, they get burnt at the stake, crucified, saying they're so-called sinning. Like, boy, bye, fuck out of him. I'm not hurting the fly. I'm just simply just living my life, just being the best me that I could possibly be. And answer me this question. I'm choosing to live my life, how does that affect you and your beliefs? Like, how does that affect your beliefs? It doesn't. It does not affect your beliefs. It does not affect who you choose to worship. It doesn't affect no one. A person that is 10 toes down in their beliefs and their religion, that are not overzealous, that don't put people down, they could give two squats about someone being gay or transgender or whatever and stuff like that. They just, just pretty much just let people be and do them. Like, same thing if someone's an alcoholic, a fornication or adulterer or whatever and stuff like that. Like, they pretty much just let them do them and stuff like that, and let alone they hold everyone to the same standard. Not just a gay person or a trans person, they simply just hold them to the same standard. That goes for a person that is 10 toes down in their beliefs and stuff like that, that is confident in their beliefs and stuff like that, that is not overzealous with them, that hold everyone to the same standard, not just a gay person. That goes for the people that are 10 toes down in their beliefs, that pretty much just treat everyone the same and hold everyone to the same standard and are not hypocrites. And like I said, these people that practice these so-called religions and stuff like that are some of the biggest hypocrites ever. For example, not to let y'all in my personal life, but off and on, I did it with a Muslim dude. Like, that's a prime example. He was a Muslim. He was fine as hell, child, let me tell you. He had a big dick and whatnot. Like, he put in the work, baby, but he's Muslim and stuff like that, and he was DL. Like, he had the Allah tattoo and everything. Like, he was Muslim and stuff like that, and he was DL. Like, that's a prime example. These people that practice these so-called religions are some of the biggest hypocrites known to man. Versus, that goes for the ones that are overzealous in their beliefs, that try to pretty much get people to think like them, that pretty much try to justify their actions and put down other people because of their beliefs. Vice versa, the ones that are 10 toes down in their beliefs and stuff like that, that pretty much hold everyone to the same standard and stuff like that, that treat everyone with respect and stuff like that, they cool. Like, they pretty much don't give a damn, You okay, honey? All right. So, yeah. That's pretty much just about that on that. I hope I made sense and stuff like that. I felt like I was rambling and whatnot, but whatever. Everything that I had said and whatnot are just 100% my opinions and stuff like that. We can beg to differ, but those are my opinions and I'm sticking to them. So, yeah. That's just about it for this video. Like always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to insert my social media handles over here as well in the description box down below. So feel free to add and follow me on those. So until next time, peace out.